Greetings, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back here for episode 4 of the mini-series we're running for the week called Jethro Tull and Pink Floyd. So the topic for today's album discussion is albums that came out after the bands had changed. So what does I mean by that? Okay, so basically after Roger Waters left Pink Floyd, they did produce some albums after that, but he wasn't in the band anymore, and being a major influence in the band, it meant that the music changed. Same kind of thing here, not as severe with Jethro Tull, but basically the last kind of holdover from the old Jethro Tull. Martin Barr left the band, and then it was just Ian Anderson, and he did not produce an album for mostly close to 20 years. Had decided, I guess, that he wasn't going to bother anymore, but then, you know, as we've seen over the last half a dozen years or so, people are starting to make albums again because there are people out there like me and you who want these bands to make more stuff. And so he released an album as well. And of course he's the only one left of those, of that era of band, but the music is really good. So the two albums I chose for this are Jethro Tull's The Zealot Gene. Yeah, it's not the best of covers, I know, I get it. And Pink Floyd's Momentary Lapse of Reason. So this album's obviously quite a bit older. Came out in 87, I believe. This one in 2022. So you're looking at about 39 years apart. Is that how long that is? Oh yeah, it is, man. That's pretty scary. Well, maybe not quite that much. Maybe like 32 or 33. Anyways, my math isn't so good at this point in time. So yeah, 35 years is what it is. So anyways, they both put out these albums. This one doesn't have Martin Barr or any of those classic members of the band around. It's all new guys, and of course Ian Anderson. But Ian Anderson was the primary guy in Jethro Tull and did all the music writing and all the music writing. So he pretty much is the sound. They've changed the sound to accommodate his vocals. His vocals have been deteriorated from damage he did years ago to them. So they've made the music more suitable to his vocals, but still a really good album. This one particular one, they did do a second one, came out a year later, but this one I think is the better of the two. I like this one a little better. The first 4 songs on this, Mrs. Tibbetts, Jacob's Tale, Mine is the Mountain, and The Zealot Gene, are all, to me, really good Jethro Tull songs. I know that some people cannot deal with his vocals anymore and just don't want anything to do with the band. I get it. I understand that. But for me, this was a good comeback album for them. And for Pink Floyd, this album, a lot of people didn't like this. Roger Waters being one of them, said it was a piece of crap, didn't like anything about it, thought it stunk, didn't sound like Pink Floyd, the lyrics were bad, music wasn't good, in his opinion. So the lyrics, I've looked at the lyrics in this. They're not that bad. I mean, they're not Roger Waters. They don't have the genius level of writing there that he had. But the music is still pretty damn good. Like, you still got a lot of that Pink Floyd kind of sound. And the guitar is a dominant instrument for Pink Floyd, and it is on this album as well. This is quite well produced. Bob Ezrin and David Gilmour did that as well. Lots of decent songs on here, and this, to me, sounds very Floydish. And Gilmour's voice isn't gone like Ian Anderson's is. So, yeah, I actually enjoy this album. I know that there's people out there that don't like anything that came out after The Wall. I get it. I can fully understand that you've got only the 3 guys left here, and 2 of them are members, and one of them wasn't at this point in time, and most of the stuff was written by just David Gilmour. So you've gone from an album that was a musical group that was primarily written by one guy to primarily written by the other guy. So it's very different, but I think they're both reasonably good albums, late kind of albums for these bands. Pink Floyd did only a couple more after this one. So far, he's just done the one more album after that. I don't know if I would be very surprised if Pink Floyd ever puts out another album, but I won't be surprised when he puts out another one next year, because he likes to be kept busy and he's really good at writing and keeps it going. So for me, they're both pretty good late albums, pretty good albums that came out after the change, So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe and leave your comments below. And please hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of these episodes. And we will see you with the last episode. Take care. Goodbye.